Alright. So on my first try on this on tinfoiling with my bump key, I had gotten almost a perfect copy of the key, except for I think I had got my tinfoil just a little low in the back, and this isn't something that you use every day. Usually you just bump the lock, and it's not a big deal. But sometimes there may be a situation like with the Quickset Smart Lock, for example. I made a perfect copy of the Quickset Smart Lock on this gal's key, and it was pretty fun, and it was pretty interesting to do. She let me have at it. And then I broke the lock shortly after, screwing around with it, so I bought her a new one. But she was pretty nice for letting me have at it. But so we're going to try this again. I thought I'd roll tape for the entire process, just so you guys can see it. I'm garbage at editing, and I'm pretty new to this, so bear with me, and I'm really sorry if my videos are long and boring. But I want to share what I know a little bit and try to be a part of the community here. Pull that out. So I can see my stop, my permanent marker, stop mark there that I want to stop at for my bump key. And I go to wiggling again. So up and down, start wiggling. Well, I'm applying tension to the right. I'm wiggling the key. I mean, quite a bit of tension, as much tension to make sure that I'm binding the pins against the shear line as the springs are pushing them into the tinfoil. I want to make sure that the tinfoil isn't getting pushed down past the shape of the key. Now I'm going to turn it back against the other shear line, against the other side, and let it try to bind in a reverse binding order, as if I was picking the lock. It's going to have a different binding order in each direction because of the way that the cylinders are milled. And so doing that there, and then I think it's about to go. Maybe. No. Let's see here. Usually it gets really tight like that. Bam, there it is. And then that's it. So, and then you can keep spinning it like that. See? And that's it. So now it's unlocked completely. And that, that only took me 3 minutes when I did it successfully. And then now hopefully when I pull this out, if I pull this out correctly here, I'm going to stop it. And I'm going to go in here, and I'm going to try to pull this out without, now see, this isn't one of the keys that I have prepped for this. I was trying to prove that, Joe Smo can probably do this with any old bump key, which you can, just like I just showed here. Hopefully I didn't screw up my tinfoil too bad, which it looks like I did. Looks like I totally demolished the nose a little bit there. Looks like just kind of a flat, kind of just screwed it up there, but yeah, I didn't really make anything out of that. Looks like I totally maunched it. So didn't get the bitting that I wanted out of it. I kind of just maunched the wants the tinfoil too badly. I mean, this key has a mild bitting too. Now, when you do it on these other ones, you know, I had taken and filed an insert for my tool to make it so that I can just slide it in and help the tinfoil, and that makes all the world of difference. But you know, this takes, you know, 8 to 10 minutes, where on a real mild bitting key, this takes, you know, as you guys just saw, 2 minutes. So it just depends on what the lock's like, and if it's a real extreme bitting, this probably isn't going to work. And you know, here I made a shorter version of it, and here's the taller version, as you guys can see, for that. And those match up with the points on the bump key. If you match those up to the spacing on the bump key there. But you can do it with this, with the weather stripping tape. You just have to make sure not to push it together like you would with the regular tinfoil, because then it becomes too hard to, the springs won't compress this glue. So you just don't push it together, leave it kind of bubbled out, and it creates a nice smooth rounded look like that. And then that'll work pretty decently for your weather stripping on your bump key. And that works really well for windy days because this tape has the glue on it, and you just want to be at the top of this mark. At the top of this mark right here. That's the top of your keyway. That's at the top of that mark right there, and just go straight across. And then that's it. You can just fold the tip over, or if it's the weather stripping tape, you can just pinch it shut and cut it off. But with the regular aluminum foil, you can just fold it back because it's still going to be narrower than the key itself. So, and you want to fold it back so it doesn't split in the front so you want to leave a little extra and then fold it over, because otherwise it'll just split in the front when it hits the first pin, especially if you don't have a tool to put it in with. And you can make these tools out of shim stock, feeler gauge, the same thing you would make your shim tool out of. So I have a little kit I made. So I went down to the dollar store and I bought a toothbrush tube and a razor blade. This is from a key extraction kit I bought online. They're not very expensive. They're like $5. And I took and wrapped some tin foil around a dollar store, I think it's a seafood fork. And I put it all into this nice little kit so that I can carry it around with me in my bag. And that way, in case I ever need to use it, it's just all right there. Never gets crunched or wrinkled, and it's all ready to go. So then I take this, and I can use this as a guide, like that. Anyways, I wanted to share that with you guys. And we're going to line up the key here. And man, that was pretty close. I don't know. Looks like I overshot a little bit in the back there. See, I was off right here, maybe. Yep. Overshot this back pin right here, and that's why that one failed. But all the other ones matched up perfect. So I was technically I would have had a working key on that one. Sorry, I don't know if you guys can see, if it'll focus. I would have had a working key. But all I did was miss that one spot right there. I overshot on that one little piece But other than that, everything else was the same for the bidding. Whoops, there we go. So I would have got it. Alright, well, like and subscribe. Everyone stay safe, stay legal, and I hope you guys like it. Thanks.